Har Har Mahadev, leg day today, and we are targeting the quads with intensity and intent. We start with leg extensions, one of the best isolation movements for the quads. This targets all four heads of the quads, but specially helps build that outer sweep and sharp definition. Every rep, I pause at the top and squeeze hard to focus maximum contraction. I lower the weight slow and controlled to keep tension on the muscle. This isn't about lifting heavy, it's about precision and full range of motion. I use this as my first movement to flood the quads with blood, improve mind muscle connection, and get my knees warmed up before heavier compound lifts like squats. It's a simple machine, but when done with control and intention, it's brutally effective for quad development. Next up, heel elevated squats using a 15 kilo plate. Elevating the heels shifts the focus more into the quads, especially the vastus medialis, the teardrop muscle near your knee. This slight elevation also helps lifters with limited ankle mobility to get deeper into the squat without compromising form. I keep my chest upright, core tight, and focus on pushing through the quads as I drive back up. Every rep is about control, no bouncing or ego lifting. You'll notice I don't fully lock out at the top. That is intentional. It keeps constant tension on the quads. Using the barbell also allows me to progressively overload, which is a key to muscle growth. The mind muscle connection here is everything. You're not just moving weight, you are forcing your quads to do the work. Heel elevated squats are a must if you're serious about developing thickness, separation, and overall quad dominance. Back view. Same movement, deeper focus, and better control. From the back, you can really analyze form, depth, and how your body moves under the bar. I keep my feet firmly planted, heels elevated using the 15 kilo plate. This helps target the quads even more directly while allowing better balance and range of motion. You will notice my knees stay in line with my toes. This is key for joint safety and muscle activation. I'm not rushing into the reps. Every squat is controlled on the way down and powerful on the way up. I don't fully lock out to keep constant tension through the quads. For tall lifters like me, keeping the torso upright is crucial. That's where the heel elevation really helps. The depth here ensures I'm recruiting not just rectus femoris but also the vastus medialis, the inner sweep that gives the quads the full rounded look. Next exercise is heel elevated goblet squats, quad focused and brutally effective. With the heels elevated, I'm putting more emphasis on the quads, especially the vastus medialis, the inner teardrop. Holding the dumbbell close to the chest keeps my torso upright and reinforces core engagement. This is a great variation if you want to build leg strength without loading the spine. I descend deep, keeping my knees out and staying balanced throughout my midfoot. Goblet squats are underrated. They teach you to squat with proper form, engage the quads fully, and build endurance in the lower body. This exercise also acts as an accessory lift after the barbell squats, helping to increase volume and pump without the need for heavy weights. By the end of the set, my legs are burning and quads fully activated. Now, set 2. Time to push deeper, burn harder, and finish strong. The second set is where the real work begins. The quads are already pre-fatigued and now it's all about digging into that discomfort zone. With the heels elevated, I can go lower, stay upright, and force more tension in the front of my thighs. The dumbbell stays close to my chest, keeping my core tight and back neutral. I am focusing on driving through the quads, not letting the glutes or hips take over. Each rep is deliberate. I don't lock out at the top. That constant tension is what fuels the growth. This isn't about the weight, it's about the control, range, and connection. The goblet squat burns, but it also builds not just muscle but discipline. By this time, your quads should be screaming, and that's where you grow. Finish the set, own the pain, and that's how you build next level legs. Now, the low stance leg press for full quad engagement and maximum tension. With a low foot placement on the platform, this variation shifts the emphasis straight into the quadriceps, especially the lower quads. I keep my feet shoulder width and my knees tracking in line throughout the movement. The range is deep. I bring the sled down with control, stopping just before my lower back rounds. I am not locking out fully at the top, keeping the quads under constant pressure to maximize hypertrophy. For anyone struggling with quads, low stance leg press is one of the best tools. It allows heavy loading without spinal stress. Set 2. The weight is up. I've added a 20 kilo plate on each side and now the intensity kicks in. This is where your mindset matters more than just muscle. Even with heavier load, I am not rushing in the movement. I control the descent, keep my core braced and stay locked in. My feet are still low on the platform. That means the quads are doing all the work, no shortcuts. I focus on driving the weight through the balls of my feet, not my heels, so the stress stays front loaded. This set is not about surviving reps, it's about owning every rep. The quads are on fire, and that's exactly what I want. I stay in the pain zone because that's where real growth happens. Set 3. One more plate added. Let's chase that progressive overload. This is what real training looks like. Progressive overload in action. Another 20 kilos per side, but the form stays clean and the purpose remains the same. Target the quads. With each added plate, the legs are under more tension, more load, and more demand for growth. But the tempo doesn't change. Still slow and controlled. Full depth without sacrificing joint safety. Low foot stance keeps the load on the quads, especially the lower quad sweep. My breathing is controlled, back stays flat on the pad, and I don't let momentum steal a single rep. The final set, the fourth plate is on, and this is where the real battle begins. At this point, it's not just muscle, it's mental toughness. My quads are burning and the weight is heavy, but I'm here to finish strong. Low foot stance, still locked in, all pressure on the quads, especially the vastus medialis and outer sweep. Every rep feels heavier, but I keep my form tight, no bouncing, no shortcuts. This isn't just about lifting weight, it's about pushing past comfort, embracing the pain, and build legs that demand attention. Progressive overload is not just adding plates, it's earning every rep with perfect control. By the end of this set, the legs are completely filled with blood, and that's how you create separation, depth, and definition. Final set, max effort. This is how a leg day should end. Quick pump check after the workout. Look at that sweep. The outer quad is popping, full and dense. All those leg presses paid off. This is the pump we train for. Blood flow is maxed out. Quads are looking round and sculpted. This isn't genetics. This is consistency, intensity, and mindset. You want legs like this? Train with purpose. Respect the grind. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Har Har Mahadev.